Howdy folks, today we're playing Kayla's Aristocrat Voice in Brothers War Standard. Shout out to ECS for submitting this deck, and let's see how it does in the ladder. Okay, we are going first, and we have Lunarch Veteran into Voice of the Blessed. I think that's the combo we're looking for, so we're gonna try it. See what our opponent has here. They're on Swamp. They have exactly cut down here. We're gonna be kind of cheesed. Yep, they're gonna be able to kill it for cut down. Exactly. That's tough. That's something we definitely didn't want to see on turn 1 available for our opponent. We can get the Extraction Specialist and get the Voice of the Blessed back though, which will be the plan. When it's on white-black something as well. They're gonna kill our Extraction Specialist. They're more than welcome to. We're really just hoping to get the voice back. They are gonna kill the Extraction Specialist. Okay. Getting the voice back, putting a +1/+1 counter on it, and they did it with a trigger on the stacks that would become a 4/4, so I don't think they meant to do that. We do have a specialist in the graveyard. They're playing a Wedding Announcement. So we can only play one of these harvesters this turn. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and play it. I think we are going to attack with a veteran too, because I feel like they're going to block the voice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pass. Now we're hoping to avoid a sweeper. Depopulate here, although I don't. Are you planning to populate in your Wedding Announcement deck? I'm not really sure. I could have a Wandering Upper for this voice. Another Wedding Announcement. Okay. I think we are going to bid in this Battlefield Forge. See if we can hit something better. A Ganjo. Not terrible. Well, that's not bad. This is not a bad draw. The All-in-Beck Escort. And now we have Flying. Yeah, we're just coming in, I think. Looks like they're going to block the Harvester. Block the Harvester? Sure. I'm going to play our Harvester here. Probably should have played that first. Kind of wanted to see what our opponent wanted to do, though. We have this All-in-Beck Escort. There's an Infernal Grasp for it. We'll try to protect it with the All-in-Beck Escort. And opponent says GG's, they don't want any part of it. Alrighty, we'll take that. Good start off, GG's. Alright, our opponent's going first, and his hand isn't ideal, but I think we're priced into it. Play that first. We can play this All-in-Beck Escort next turn. Illuminator Virtuoso. Yeah, that's not something I want to see on the other side of the table. We could die in short order. Homestead Courage, sure. I'd be surprised if they hit this again. And they didn't have another land. Okay. I can see them doing it now and them still having a protection spell up. Conniving again, okay. Well, we certainly need to draw some way to deal with this. I don't think we can take 10 here, so I think we're gonna block. I think we're kind of just getting run over right now. We're not a deck that's equipped to beat this deck's best draws. Probably should put an Infiltrator in front of it. I don't think it really matters much though. With the double strike, we're not killing this Illuminator Virtuoso with creatures, and we're just jumping it every turn. Opponent doesn't even really need to do anything, and they recognize that. Eat the Phyrexian Missionary. And get back il-Kor potentially. Yeah, I think we have to give it to il-Kor. I was thinking potentially with the Olin-back escort that we can get to a place where let's see if they can kill us. Doesn't look like they can. Okay. Definitely happy to not be dead there. Final il-Kor. And I think we're going to try to Angel Fire Ignition this Phyrexian Missionary. Just try to make it really big and start gaining life. And if they had a way to untap the Virtuoso, I think we were going to concede there, but I think we're just chump blocking, and opponent hasn't played anything in a while. Not sure what they could have. All blue cards. It's got to be what they have, just literally all blue cards. Alright, well, we're gaining some life, which is nice. If they ever draw a blue land, we're probably dead. It's just crazy that we can't even really beat what our opponent has going on. Homestead Courage, okay. Now they get to connive into some blue lands, probably. They have a Farewell in their deck, okay. Interesting. I mean, they could choose not to attack, and then we'd be probably not doing so well. White land, okay. They have Vigilance this turn, so yeah, I don't know if they should just keep casting these Homestead Courages, and I think this might be better served waiting for the Vigilance. Okay, so the Voice of the Blessed. Or okay. Unforgiving One. And Gixid Infiltrator. Next turn, the plan is to attack with this Unforgiving One. And get back the all-in-back escorts. We have a permanent deck. Oh, blue is tough. Get back all of it back. Oh, does that give it? Nah, wait, does that give it not blockable? Alrighty. Well, we can't block it, so that's straight up GG's. I think we're gonna head to a deck tech and make some changes with this deck, though. Okay, and we're back with the deck tech here, and I think ECS had an interesting plan when they created the deck. They just tried to merge Queen Kayla plan, where I think you know, we played a Queen Kayla deck on this channel in December, and that was all about getting the soldiers together and you know, leveraging the power of some really good 3-drops, you know, Siege Veteran, and then you also had you have good soldiers all the way up the curve. You have Thalia, you have good disruption. I think that deck is pretty strong. You also have some Naya cards. You have some of the green, like King Darian, 3-drops that are really pretty powerful anthems in that deck. And I think if you're gonna go the Queen Kayla route, I think that's what you need to be doing. I don't think you can really just go all in on the value of Queen Kayla like we're doing here. Like, you know, essentially the plan of this deck is to discard cards with Queen Kayla, but then to have the cards that we put on the battlefield, get them back in some way. So like Extraction Specialist can just get it back from the graveyard. Phyrexian Missionary, if you kick it, can get it back from the graveyard. Unforgiving One, when it attacks, if if other creatures that are modified, you get, you know, a creature that can cost X or less to the battlefield from your graveyard. Falcon Wrath Forebear, you can sacrifice 2 blood tokens and return it to a battlefield from your graveyard. I mean, that's really the plan of this deck, and I don't think that those two plans go together. But the thing I'm most intrigued about this deck actually is neither the Queen Kayla plan or the Aristocrats plan. It's actually the Life Gain plan. And I just think, you know, when we're playing it, our best draw is, I think, the Lunarch Veteran and the Voice of the Blessed. So I think, you know, and the Extraction X Specialist to get them back, and also having Phyrexian Missionary. I think this white core is probably our best shot at competing with a similar-ish deck to the one we have here. So I think I'm going to go into the Brewer's Dungeon and switch it up. I'm going to make a lot of cuts and edits, so I don't think I'm going to show that on the video, but I will talk about the new deck when I build it. I think I'm also going to go in on this il-Kor. It's basically Lunarch Veteran, but it has Death Touch too. It doesn't have the backside, which is not as good, but, you know, it gives you the life on creature entering and creatures dying, which is pretty good. So that's the plan. Let me go switch up the deck real quick, and I'll be back and tell you about it. Okay, we're back. I tried to keep the Kayla theme, so it's named Kayla Reworked, and instead of Queen Kayla Bin Rug, we're built around Kayla's Reconstruction, which is a card. It's X and 3 white mana. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to X artifact and or creature cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Good news, every card in our deck, besides the Wandering Emperor, is a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Besides the Wandering Emperor and the Infernal Grasp. So we have lots of hits in this deck. And the lands, of course. So I should mention those. You can definitely still whiff on Kayla's Reconstruction. Yeah, all the lands, Infernal Grasp and Wandering Emperor. Everything else you can hit off Kayla's Reconstruction. And this deck really is a white life gain deck. And you play black basically because you have to. I mean, you don't have that many good removal options. I don't love Brutal Cathar in this deck, honestly. I think you kind of have to play Brutal Cathar in this deck because you need a removal spell type effect. You can have Kayla's Reconstruction, and there's really nothing else you can play. So I think you're kind of locked into playing at least a little bit of Brutal Cathar. And otherwise, you get the Infernal Grasp, and then the big other creature you get is Graveyard Tresspasser. So you really need good 3 mana creatures that you can hit with Kayla's Reconstruction. That's how you really max out the value. Graveyard Tresspasser is a really good 3 mana creature, and it also gains life, which is very important with the rest of the deck. Most importantly, our best card, Voice of the Blessed. This card, whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and we are really all in on this card. I mean, the Lunarch Veteran Voice of the Blessed combo is what we're looking to do with this deck. Just put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on Voice of the Blessed and kill our opponent. Don't think this is the best Voice of the Blessed deck in Standard, but I kind of wanted to go white black, sort of keep as much of the theme of the old decks as possible. Keep it around Kayla, but try to build Kayla's Reconstruction, some sort of Kayla type card, but sort of build a more unique style deck. So this is what I came up with. I think it definitely will be better than the deck we were playing before because we're just playing more of a cohesive strategy. We don't have like art, aristocrat cards here and there. We like some Phoenix Chick, some Iron Clan Apprentice, I think it's called. Some choices I don't think really make the deck as cohesive as it could be. And I'm not sure if this is the best version you could build of this deck, but I think this is what I would want to be doing. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, hopefully you guys like to build a deck, and hopefully we win some games. We'll see. All right, let's get to the ladder. Okay, opponent's going first, and I think we'll keep this. Probably want some sort of untapped land. Would we rather get the il-Kor down? I think we would. So yeah, we're gonna get these il-Kor down on turn 2. Zeus's Many Journeys out. Wasn't expecting the Zeus's Many Journeys to come out when they played Spar's Headquarter into Island, but here we are. See, if we had known we were drawing this like Ganjo, we would have let on the Lunarch Veteran, but that's what it is. We don't have a Fading Hope? Okay, sure, that's fine. Interested to see what... I mean, our opponent is running out of cards quickly here. They have a... Oh, that solves that problem. Alright, opponent's like, I'm not running out of cards anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. Next turn, we get this Lunarch Veteran and this il-Kor. Need a payoff, though. We're really, I mean, this is kind of a sad group of cards in our hands right now. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted to see. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Voice of the Blessed. Opponent might be sad that they used their Fading Hope already. Next turn, we can get this il-Kor down, and hopefully we draw lands. We can do two things. Bushwhack. I'm gonna read that. Search for land or get that. Okay, well, they're ramping into the deluge here. I think that means we're gonna have to exile their deluge. That might be their big plan. Obviously, they could just have the big plan of just whacking us with some big 8 mana play right here. Okay, looks like it could have been worse for us. Alright, they have all the mana. Oh, they have another deluge. Alright, well, certainly we're going to be killing this Stomper with the Infernal Grasp and attacking with our Trespasser. And getting rid of this other deluge. Opponent still has a lot of mana in hand. 3 cards. Titan of Industry. Yeah, that's pretty good. See if they put a shield counter or anything. They do decide to. Okay. And a Bank Buster. Oh, sheesh. Opponent is hitting it all. Okay, we're going to gain back this life if we keep the veteran on the field, so we're fine with that. We have to get rid of Voice of the Blast. Yeah, I think we're just going to get the Voice of the Blast back with this Extraction Specialist. Just be gaining some life. Make a 4/4. Yeah, opponent's putting up a good turn here, though. Good couple turns. This is a deck, or a draw at least, from a deck that we would be hard pressed to beat in any version of our opponent's, of our deck that we make. Can really need to make a Voice of the Blessed really big. Oh, we will snap block with the Extraction Specialist, I believe. Get this shield counter gone so we can kill it with an Infernal Grasp. Gain some life for the Voice of the Blessed and make it able to attack. So yeah, it says shield counter. Okay, so we don't actually get trigger for it. Yeah, I think just playing this Death Toucher is not a bad idea. Gain some life doing it, and maybe makes our opponent hesitant to block, not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Spars Headquarters. Yeah, opponent has a lot of there's a cycle and get through their deck. Also have a lot of lands. Another Stomper. Okay, getting some land out of their deck. Well, we're blocking if they're sending a big attack in here. Leaves a 4/4 behind. I think we'll block still. We just need to get these last il-Kors into the hands here. Farmhand, not a bad draw. Grab a Plains. And play this il-Kor. Gain some more life. We would attack. This has reach though, and I think we can get to a spot where we can attack through the Titan of Industry next turn. So really we're trying to avoid anything really bad happening this turn. Hopefully our opponent stalls out one more turn so we can have this Infernal Grasp up and then this will be good. Oh, they're looking at our Voice of the Blessed sideways though. We can flip this Farmhand, but I don't know how good that's going to do us. We have this il-Kor still ready to block. Opponent's thinking about their options. See if they're going to swing a big one, big swing in or not. Looks like they are. Yeah, I think we're just going to take our... Do I want to kill this Titan? Block more damage if we block a Rhino. so doing this, we're gonna take 11. I'm kind of stuck on lands here. I think we'll block like this. Get the Stomp out of the way too. Do they have a way to remove our farmhand or anything? Looks like they do. See what they have. They have a fight effect. They should use it to kill our Voice of the Blast. I think that's our only real way out of this game. It looks like they didn't have it. Opponent's losing some life. But Sage used our lands. So we actually took the swamps out of our deck. Actually a good play by our opponent. Dang. We actually took the swamps out of our deck. Yeah, I think we're just gonna... We could cast this Brutal Cathar on like this likeness. Gain life that way. I think we'll do that. Cast Brutal Cathar on something that's not Titan of Industry. Well, we're on the backside anyway. It's got first strike. Give me Vigilance in the air. Pass the turn. See if our opponent can finish the deal here. They're blitzing a War Chief, okay. Getting some life on it. And this is all fine and well. Most amount of damage we can block is like this. Don't think we want to let him untap land. Okay. So we can Kayla's Reconstruction here. It's definitely something I think we should look into. I think we're gonna do it for 2. See what we hit. Hopefully some big whammies. A counterspell? I'd be mildly shocked if they had a counterspell in this build. Just with everything else going on. Only a Graveyard Trespasser. That's terrible. Okay, we're gonna hit this Titan of Industry and Workshop War Chief, I believe. Gain some life for the Voice of the Blessed. Getting some damage in here, though. I mean, our opponent's dead next turn. They gotta figure something out. Kind of amazing we're still in this game. With our opponent's draw here. I mean... It's power of Voice of the Blast. If they have a Fading Hope or really anything here, we're dead. Opponent's contemplating what they can do. If they had a solid answer here, I'd imagine it would be done already. Titan of Industry would be a good start for them. Not sure. They have a lot of cards in their deck that would help, but they don't find them. GG. Oh, that's a game you have to feel good to win. Oh, I'll take that. Dang, we. Ooh, okay. I feel like we stole one there. I mean, Voice of the Blast just getting it done over Titan of Industry and Friends. Ramped into an early one, but still stayed the course. Got it done. GG's. Okay, we're going first again. Not a bad hand. Keep it. See what's up. I think we're, going with the farmhand on turn 2 since we need the lands. Again, getting bailed out and not needing to draw the land. But you can't play loose. I think we needed to make sure we hit our land in turn 3. I guess we could have played the farmhand on turn 3, but I'd rather have a Brutal Cathar or something for whatever our opponent has going here. Get our damage in and pass. Next turn we can get the Scour Barons going. They pass with mana up. I think we're just going to tap with a Cathar. Okay. Could definitely have a cut down here. But I think we were just going to tap with Cathar. They didn't have anything there, so that's good to know. Play our own underdog and pass. I'm a little worried about a depopulate here. That's why I didn't cast our own, our Lunarch Veteran there. Probably should have, though. Killing the Shelly. Do they want to crew it? They do want to crew it. It is going to stop us from attacking this turn. I think we're going to pass. If they have Wrath this turn, we're probably dead. But something about their deck doesn't really indicate to me that they're going to Wrath. Invoke Despair. Yeah, that's fine. Grab this Lunarch Veteran. Next turn we can pump up this Ambitious Farmhand and really go in. I mean, they could have a... I mean, they could definitely have a Farewell. But this is what we're up to, so... Big hits coming in. They have a Farewell. We can reload with this Kayla's Reconstruction. It's kind of what we were building the deck around. See if they have it. Intrepid Adversary, okay. Oh, I was scared about that. And they're paying. Okay. And another Bankbuster. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna attack and get whatever they kill back with our Phyrexian Missionary. They're gonna gain some life, obviously, here. We're also gaining some life, though. And we're gonna attempt to get this Ambitious Farmhand back. And if our opponent ever casts a Wrath, we can just get this Kayla's Reconstruction going. Opponent had a pretty slow hand, but gotta imagine they have some sort of Wrath in their deck. Invoke Despair. Get rid of the Lunarch Veteran again. I mean, opponent is grasping at straws here, I feel like. We've taken a lot of damage from Invoke Despairs, but it hasn't been enough. They need a blocker of some sort here. And yeah, we're just gonna tap and attack here. Cut down, yep. Let's make sense. Get their underdog back and get us to block. And they're gonna crew. Okay. They're still gonna take a bunch of damage. They're gonna block the Missionary. Interesting. I think we're gonna get this Farmhand down again. Get a basic plains. Cast this il-Kor and then pump our Farmhand. Opponent can't draw now, though. Opponent's gonna need some more here. Okay, I think we're definitely fine sacrificing our underdog here. Since we can just blitz it. Opponent is losing life with this il-Kor as well. And yep, they know they're in the vice. GG's, I'll take that, I'll take that. All right, GG's, let's hit the wrap up. And we're back with Kayla reworked, and I like this, man. I think we stumbled upon something here. It's certainly not one of the better decks you're gonna play, but I mean, you saw we went toe to toe with the Titan of Industry ramp deck when they did their thing. I mean, they had Memory Delugers they were slanging around to get some cards. They had Titan of Industries they were slanging around, attacking us with, and we life gained our way through it, made a big Voice of the Blast, and the thing about Voice of the Blast is eventually it becomes flying, vigilant, and indestructible, which not something your opponent really wants to take on. So pretty happy about how the deck turned out. Kayla's Reconstruction, I think is a pretty good card. You can whiff though. I mean, let's count. 4, 7, 10, 14, 15, 18, 21, 22, 27 hits. So in the top 7, you're expecting to hit about 3 to 4, which, I think is actually pretty reasonable. I guess we could have just looked up how many creatures we had in the deck. Boom, 27. Would have been a little bit easier to do that, but hey, sometimes you don't think about the smartest thing you could have done until after you've done the stupider thing first. Yeah, so you're gonna hit 3 to 4. I think we hit 1 Graveyard Trespasser when we did it, so we kind of got a little hosed on our Kayla's Reconstruction. But I think it is a powerful card. And if you didn't want to go the Kayla's Reconstruction route, I think you could replace Kayla's Reconstruction with some number of Serra Paragon and Sheldred. Those both are cards that fit well in the life game theme, and Sheldred obviously is really good. Use gain life on your turn every turn, or whenever you draw a card, which can't really happen that often. Otherwise in this deck, our one-ofs can do it with the Tenacious Underdog and the Lorn of the Third Path, but most of the time we're not drawing extra cards every turn. Kayla's Reconstruction is really where we're getting our value from, but Sheldred still definitely gains your life, and then Serra Paragon whenever you bring anything back. I mean, Kayla's Reconstruction and Serra Paragon both basically ask for the same deck building restrictions from you. So you could pretty easily swap that one in and gain life that way. But I think, something you're going to want to avoid with this deck is Wraths. And sometimes you feel like you might have to go all in. One way to get around that is, your cards like Extraction Specialist and Phyrexian Missionary getting cards back from the graveyard. But also Kayla's Reconstruction is really good post Wrath. If they Wrath you on turn 6, say with a Farewell, and you untap with 6 or 7 mana, you can Kayla's Reconstruction and, with 1 card, get 3 solid bodies on the battlefield, and really put your opponent under the knife, so to speak. And I think that's probably the strongest aspect of this deck. I think there are ways you can tweak it. Please let me know how you would tweak this down in the comments below. And thank you again, ECS, for submitting your deck. I know I changed it pretty heavily, but I tried to keep the Kayla theme alive, and the white black base alive. So hopefully you like the changes as well. Sorry if you feel like I neutered your deck to a degree. And if you like this deck, you'll probably like the deck we played yesterday, Jeskai Control. So hopefully you check that video out. It's on your screen right now. And until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.